It was a million in Iraq.
It was how many
It was a
people?
million. It was a million in Iraq, and it was over 400. It was over 4,000 of our soldiers that actually died in Iraq in that war in 2003, and it was like thousands and thousands who came like back with very injured, like limbs missing and everything else. So you want to record that if you want.
It says that
But
13 U.S. service members have been killed and approximately 200 wounded during the conflict with Iran. Probably it's a
they're
lot
not.
more.
Then no, honey, I'm telling you, this is way worse than that. There's this guy you should follow that he really reports on this all day long, literally. His name is you should let me send you his profile. I think I sent it to you. Oh, I think I sent it to you. Let me send you his profile. It's way more casualties than they're reporting. This is why they're trying to report it. This is why. Did you did you even know they're trying to distract us now with like the aliens thing that they came up with that like 2 weeks ago. Then
Yeah.
Dynamite came out. Then you heard about the alien thing.
Well,
Which
they
is like
got
some
Steven
bullshit.
Spielberg's got a
Who
movie.
the fuck cares about aliens? Now they want to bring up the UFO shit.
Well,
Bullshit.
Steven Spielberg's
Now,
got a hold on.
wait, hold on. Let me tell you this. The
What's
new
up?
thing is now is that they want to send people out of space again, which it never happened. Like NASA is fake, obviously. I mean, hello. Now they trying to bring out the whole like, oh, there's a new airspace coming out, and then also too with the whole AI with Melania Trump coming out yesterday with some freaking. They want to teach our children how, to replace the teachers. They want to teach our children. This whole thing it came out right there in the White House. It's just disgusting. They don't know what else to come up with to hide this whole illegal war that they're doing. It's just insane. It's really fucking insane.
No, Steven.
Like,
I was just saying Steven Spielberg is coming out with a new movie about aliens called Disclosure.
Think about it. The Pentagon has been taken over by the Mossad since 9/11 because obviously they were part of it. Everybody knows it. It's just bullshit, but people should try to hide it. And so they're part of obviously this whole thing too. This is why Joe Kent, he actually stepped down because he started seeing what the hell was really going on, and they tried to call him anti-Semite or bullshit, which I don't even take that anti-Semite word as a thing. It's just like this is what the right is doing. Don't believe in the left and the right anymore. I regret even voting for anybody ever. But this is the same kind of word for racist from the left. From the Democrats. They all work for the same team, and you already know that's what the Zionists that has infiltrated and indoctrinated this whole entire country, and we've been occupied it since JFK. That's my take on it. And
Well,
prove me wrong. I mean, all leads to that. Everything.
I see what you're saying, and I agree. But the thing is that what I'm hearing now is that, the next 9/11 is, supposed to be coming because everything has got to get very expensive. No one's gonna have any money. Everyone's run out of money. There's no jobs. All the jobs are drying up, or the jobs ain't shit. The jobs don't pay enough. We got this war with Iran that we can't afford, and like you're saying about Iran being like a strategic piece for them. I think Iran is the last piece on the chessboard that if they can overthrow Iran and throw in their own government, then that will be the last piece for them. Then they will control a lot of everything.
Well, let me tell you exactly what's going on.
Go for it.
Okay. So, as you know, since the 1990s, since it was actually exposed in the Clean Break Report, right? And that was made it public like around 1983, 1995, around there. And it was supposed to be 5 wars, no, 7 wars within 5 years. It did happen within 5 years, but Israel has the long-term gain to expand their borders. And they used us. And it was supposed to be Syria, Lebanon, Iraq, uh, all these other countries. And the last one is, and it's seven of them. So the last one is, and I try to just keep it long story short. The last one is Iran. What the U.S. military and our freaking Zionists that kissed the wall and everything else, and took the APAC money and everything else, Israeli money, including Trump, like $600 million, and he was actually, he at some point he actually went and he filed for bankruptcy, and the freaking Zionists took him out.
Who filed for bankruptcy?
They Trump, and they saved him. That was like back in the 1990s, like the late 1990s, like in 98, around there. I mean, you got to look into it.
I think we know Trump now is basically he's a traitor, sedition and treason.
Yeah.
And he's basically selling out United States.
Wait, hold on. Let me just finish something from what I know. What I think, I want to say what I think I know, but this is just like a summary, basically. Then he got saved by the Zionists. And then he starts praising them. I didn't really notice it because it was, I was watching the liberal news and I wasn't so sure about it. So I went and voted for Joe Biden. Again, I wasn't into politics or anything like that. I woke up during the pandemic, so it's only been like a few years, well, at least 5-6 years that I just woke up. Then I started going down a rabbit hole and everything else, and it's actually been the Zionists that's been doing all of the stuff that's going on. And also, too, if you look at the Clean Break Report, going back to that, that's been published. You can just look it up. Even on Google, even though they spent $40 million, the Zionists spent $40 million just last year alone, not including other investments. So, but what do you think that when we were in college, when we met each other, they had a scholar section in Google, and now they don't have it anymore. They are trying to steal our information from us. They want to keep us stupid, the whole nine. Same way with Maxwell, which is Jasmine Maxwell's father, and she was Jeffrey Epstein's freaking girlfriend, doing all the trafficking, all of this stuff, all this evil shit. And then Trump, he also transferred to a lower, facility where she can have more freedom. I don't know how the names are or whatever it is, but supposedly she went from like Florida to Texas, and it's just like, it's kind of like what's it called? The way it was explained was like a prison for like, I don't know, Martha Stewart's or something like that. It's just like more low key. It's not like dangerous like that. It won't be trying to fucking kill you.
Yeah, I get all that. Wait. I get all that. But wait. I understand what you're saying. I get all that. But a lot of that
Yeah.
doesn't matter at this point. At this point, we're in World War III, and the whole thing is collapsing. The whole thing is collapsing.
Yeah, but my whole point is that this has been planned for um all over, I guess, 3 decades. In the Clean Break report, that's all been planned there. And if you look at some other documents, I also have it on my computer, that there's been 3 world wars, and it's been planned by the Rothschilds for decades. And like the whole thing, this is what they lied to us about, like World War II, the whole nine. It's all been planned, and it's all backers wars. So this is nothing new, and it's happening again. And Trump is tying right into it, and he gave into the Zionists. That's the whole point right now. He gave into them, and everybody that's actually in his part of his cabinet. Now he's telling us that Mark Levin and like Lindsay, we call him Lady J, or sorry, Lady G, Mark uh, Levin and Lindsey Graham and Laura Loomer, all these freaking people who are Israel first, freaking Zionists and Mossad agents and all this freaking bullshit that they're like, yes, America first. Then no, it's not. No, it's not. First of all, and they want to push the whole thing. They killed Charlie Kirk, yeah, just like they did with JFK. I strongly believe that they got rid of him because of that, because he was against this whole Iraqi war. Joe Kent, he actually went on many podcasts in the past 2 weeks. And I think they're going to probably take him out next because he's saying too much. And he's not leaking information. He's just saying things that are just like generally true. And this is why actually he stepped down. And not everybody's, mind you, he's the most freaking patriotic guy. He's served his country for over 11 tours through all of this war on, what do they call it? I'm having like sorry, so much to take in. War on terror or something like that. Having this over 20-year war. It's like Afghanistan has cost us trillions of dollars on behalf of Israel for all of this stuff so they can expand their borders. And it's all proven. It's all proven right there. They planned this over 30 years ago. And it's all there. It's all there. It's all there. The Clean Break report. It's all right there. And it's other things too. I post this stuff all the time. Nobody wants to listen. And this is why our inflation is like this. This is why our pay is like this. And this is why people should pay attention to it. Did I want to pay attention to this when I got into it? When during the pandemic, why we should put this thing in our body and everything else? Yeah, you start questioning things. And thank God I didn't do it. And I worry about you too, because you did it. You took this thing that you thought it was going to be good for you, or just to keep your job. Whatever the case is, everybody has a different story, and it just breaks me like every single time when I hear about this stuff. And I had a big argument with my cousin last night, going back to that. He's like, "Oh, you should have just got the vaccine." Does anybody that has died about this vaccine? I took it. This and that. You should have taken it. You could have been been in the medical industry. You could have been getting higher. This and that. I'm like, no, I don't regret not taking this freaking vaccine. And mind you, it affects men more. For some reason, there's something in there that affects men more. And the men that are not, if this generation acts, this new generation. Generation, what is it? Like the 20-year-olds, they're all like playing in the field, even professional soccer players and everything. They're just dropping down in the field, and they're having like cardiac arrest. They're having heart issues carditis, all of this stuff. That's not freaking normal. Especially with men that are actually freaking super healthy, they eat clean, everything else, just like you do, and you're having heart issues. This is not fucking normal. It's not supposed to be like that. They want to get rid of our strong men, including you. And also, they have something in there when it comes for women that makes us less fertile, and so they keep pushing those stupid birth control, the whole thing. I mean, it just gets so deep.
Yeah, but
they don't want us to reproduce.
I hear what you're saying. Okay, wait. You're going on a tangent. So reel it in. I hear what you're saying. We talked about the vaccines and COVID. But you know what's done is done, and basically,
no, of course.
But hold on.
I know.
But hold on.
Okay.
Because you're going on a tangent. No, you're going on a tangent.
I'm sorry, hon. I'm just okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. So basically, there are people out there that are trying to kill us, that are trying to depopulate the United States.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to depopulate Europe. They're trying to depopulate the Middle East. And these people, like, we need names, we need references, we need, like, you know, I mean, basically it's coming out of Trump's cabinet, but it was coming out of Trump's cabinet and the Democrats. It was coming from both.
It's both, yep.
So my thing is, like, I hear what you're saying, but like, what's the next step for them? The next step for them is another 9/11 attack, because we're about to go into hyperinflation. Everything about to get mad expensive. There's no jobs out there. I mean, there's jobs, but the jobs, they're not paying enough to keep up with the inflation. So a lot of people is they're just running out of money, which is really the concerning thing for me. And we're being depopulated, and we have no alternative. We're told to keep paying our taxes, keep paying our property taxes, and they're taking the taxes, and then they're killing us with the money they get from the taxes. And they're building this control system. You know, Peter Thiel. I don't know if you heard of Peter Thiel. I think Peter Thiel.
Of course, I know about this stupid guy.
I think Peter Thiel. I think Peter Thiel is possibly demonic himself. Yeah, something is demonic about him. He's weird.
Hello, Peter Thiel is like the freaking master now of, like, he used to work with the CIA and everything, and then he's also J.D. Vance handler. It's like, it gets deep.
Yeah, these are like the Antichrist people. Like
his son took over TikTok. The whole night to control the information. All these freaking little hats.
Yeah, he's working with the CIA. I wouldn't be surprised if he's somehow connected with Bitcoin and all the scams with the CIA and the Bitcoin. I think that.
What do you think they went to Trump's? What do you think they went to Trump's inauguration on the low?
Hold on 1 second. But
Peter Thiel, all of them were on the low. The technocrats, they were right there in the front row, which was Elon Musk, this guy from Amazon, and the wife that everybody was talking about with her freaking, her top and all this bullshit. Like, that even freaking matters.
Honestly, I don't even care about all that, because right now, what's about to happen in the U.S. is people about to go crazy because there's not enough food. Like, everything is about to get mad expensive. They're gonna try to force everybody on welfare, and not only are they gonna try to force everybody on welfare to get the digital ID and the digital money, everybody's gonna be on welfare, but they're also depopulating. Peter Thiel is connected to all of this. I believe that Peter Thiel is they're privatizing the government, and I believe that he is controlling a lot of the government in terms of the cloud, in terms of having all the information of every tax-paying citizen is ran through their system, through their supercomputer. He has a supercomputer. And this guy is there's something very demonic about him. I think these people just don't give a fuck about anybody but
It's
themselves.
the whole AI thing. They wanna dehumanize everybody. And
Yeah,
they
they
wanna
don't give
block
a
out the stars and everything.
they don't give a fuck
With
about
fake food.
they don't give a fuck about anybody. Only them. They only care about themselves and the power. And it's demonic. It's a demonic element over these people. And well,
Well, think about the FC files. This is what they do.
the
They
Epstein
want to eat
files.
children, get their adrenochrome, the whole nine. It's just, these people are disgusting
Yeah, but I
pedophiles,
think that
and
the Epstein is
people are
really.
not angry enough about it.
Yeah, I
And
know,
I've
but the
been
Epstein
very
is.
outspoken
But wait a
about it for
minute. But wait a
years.
minute.
And
But hold on one second, because I think the Epstein files is really a distraction from the fact that the government is defaulting and they're about to try to get everybody on digital money and try to get everybody on welfare. Have you looked?
yes, it's funny the newer order. Yes, yes.
Have you looked into what's
Right.
going
Yeah.
on with what's that guy Lex Wessner? Lex Wessner.
He was involved in the FC files too. The Victoria's Secret guy that owns all of that,
Yes.
the Abercrombie and Fitch, the whole thing. Yeah.
They didn't even indict him really.
They were trafficking people from there. Those guys, the young sexy guys you saw with the six pack.
But there's something going on
with the jeans. Remember that?
There's something going on with Les Wexner and basically him privatizing the state of what state does Les Wexner live in? Les Wexner lives in Ohio, so basically he is privatizing all of Ohio, and I think because Ohio is bankrupt or something like that, they're basically doing something where, now follow this, hun. Les Wexner, along with Peter Thiel, and I forget who else is involved in it. Jeff Bezos, and what's that guy, Mark Zuckerberg with Facebook? They're all
of them.
They're all in it, and they're basically doing something.
You know what we call them? We call them the technocrats.
Yes.
Technocrats.
Okay. Yes. But they're basically doing something where Ohio is the model for the all digital, for the 5-minute city, and for basically they're setting up all these data centers. They want to set up all these.
Yeah, and that's what they want to take over Greenland. The Greenland.
Yeah, they want to set up.
Because they have all that power over there.
Right.
Yeah, they take over Greenland. They want to buy off people's land over there.
Yes.
So then they can take over Greenland, and they supposedly something with the sources that they have there, like in the what was it called? The original resources they have there. They have the power there to get all these things going on with AI. So even just in time for the newer order to 2030. It's like Klaus Schwab talk about it in his 2030 plan. They write about this because, their demonic stuff. They have to tell you before they do it. Just like they do it in the movies. This is why I was telling you that in the Pentagon, there is a certain section where there's a certain amount of billions of dollars that goes towards like Hollywood. So they can create their own movies, they create the narrative to us to hate
Hollywood is falling apart right now. Hold on. Hollywood is falling apart right now.
Like Fire Ryan was one of them.
But wait a minute, hold on 1 second. Let me talk, because we gotta get to what's really going on here in terms of. Okay, so we was talking about. Hold on 1 second. We was talking about Ohio, and basically everything that's going on in terms of like with Jeffrey Epstein and all this other stuff is a distraction from the fact that they are taking and the people of Ohio should be concerned because they're taking these states and they're putting these data centers to get ready for the digital currency. Once the dollar fully collapses in 2030, the dollar is expected to collapse, and once the stock market and everything collapses and everything gets so expensive, they're gonna try to usher in a new digital currency, but they need the data centers to do that, and it's gonna be full of surveillance system. The welfare state is gonna be a full surveillance system, and they're testing that out in Ohio. Les Wexner.
That's very interesting. Hold on. There's a guy that I had a conversation with just like a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks. And he's a firefighter, and he's a super cool guy, and he's a fireman over there. I think I don't know if it's Ohio or Utah. I have to double check, but he posted something like a few days ago, and he said that there was a huge fire there. And I said, oh my God, isn't that where you live? And one night we were just chatting, like, we had so much, we were just like really hitting it off. Not today or anything like that. We're just talking about what's really going on. He's a super cute guy. He's very smart. Like, I can talk to this guy all night because he is so on point with what's going on. And I don't know. I think I don't know. It doesn't seem like he's in a relationship or anything like that. So me, I don't like to cross the line. If you're married and stuff like that, I'll keep it brief. But it just seems like he has 2 kids under 10, and he's a fireman, and it seems like he was maybe 6 years ago he got injured on the job doing fireman work. But he's young. I think he might be his early 40s, 41 or something like that. 42, I don't know, early 40s. But he doesn't look like that. He looks like he's in his mid-30s. I'm just going by, his timeline on his page. I can send it to you.
Okay, but let's stay focused on the topic here, which is...
I don't know if he thinks that I put him in the friend zone. But we had such a great conversation, on just voice text, and we were just getting into the topics, and that's my kind of, honestly, that's my love language. If we can get into these kind of topics and talk about what's going on, how to plan, what to do next, how to support each other and stuff like that, as a community, or even if you're out of state, whether you're in New York, New Jersey, wherever it is, just to come up with a plan. Because the only way we kind of really fix this is for us to unite and pretty much eventually overthrow the government, because they're not holding themselves accountable. Look at what Trump is doing with the insider trading.
Yes.
He posts this thing on Monday morning, and then everybody's talking about the trade and how it's 1 billions of dollars, and then this person made billions of dollars, and it has to came into that room that Trump announces, and he puts it over 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. I saw that before he, a few hours, in our time. It was a certain time. I put the whole timeline there. I can tell you this, the chart is right there. It's right there.
Definitely there's some insider trading with.
He makes the announcement. Well, the person puts. We don't know who that person is right now. Maybe he's out there. I don't know. I didn't see it. But that was Monday morning. That was Monday morning.
Yeah. Hold on one second. There's definitely some insider trading going on with Iran, because Trump is creating all this volatility with prices, with oil, with gas, with everything. And
that's what I'm talking. This is what I'm talking about. So Trump, I'm going to tell you the chart in a second, but let me just finish this point.
Yes, but not enough people have woken up yet to be we're not going to pay our taxes anymore. We're not going to pay property taxes because you're just killing us. You just taking.
A lot of people have. You're not really on here as much as I am, but a lot of people are. It's bigger than ever before, to be honest. So when April 1st coming out, let me just finish telling you this. So those are three things right there. So this one is basically where Trump, he actually pulled something Monday morning, around 7 something in the morning Eastern time, and he's saying like, oh yeah, we came into to talk over the weekend, this and this and that, blah blah. Then Iran says we never had any talks, something like that. But guess what? Some people put some bad Santa, all of this stuff in. I don't know how the whole stock market works. I just know they put some money in there, and they made like billions of dollars afterwards. And then, once Iran debunked it, the whole stock market went back down again. So I don't know the details of it. I don't know about the stock market stuff, but I can send you the screenshot that I sent, and a lot of people posted it up again. Because it was good.
Hold on one second. I gotta go to bed, but it's just disgusting what these people are doing, and it's demonic, and they're just gonna kill us all until there's nothing left. Till everybody's on welfare, and they gotta take the fucking jab and the welfare food, and they're just gonna have nothing. Like it's a war. It's a war on us. It's a war on us. And then I think the next thing that's going to happen is another 9/11 attack. I keep saying that. Everybody's just waiting for the next shoe to fall. Like, we're expected to go to work and do everything like normal, but nothing is normal. We're in World War III.
Mm-hmm.
We're in World War III right now, and it's so bad right now. It's so bad.
I know.
It's so bad right now. Like, the jobs ain't paying shit.
I'm not gonna exaggerate. I'm gonna go by what you always told me. Just prepare. This is all you always told me. Just prepare, get things that you need, and have your back time. And worst case scenario,
the worst case scenario is happening. But wait a minute, the worst case scenario is happening. It's happening right now. People are losing it. Like, people run out of money, and they're looking for jobs. There's no jobs.
Right.
So let's say you get another job.
Oh, look, hon, this is the one. Look at this. This is the one. Hold on. Look at this really quick. Right here. This is the absolutely insane. 7:04
hold on, let me read
Eastern time. You read it then.
It says at 7:04 Eastern Standard today, President Trump said the U.S. and Iran have The U.S. and Iran have had productive discussions to end the Iran war. By 7:10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the S&P 500 surged 240 points, adding $2 trillion in market cap. 27 minutes later, Iran completely denied all of President Trump's claims and said there has been no contact with the U.S. Trump is fucking bullshitting us, yo. It is insane. He is bullshitting.
Finish reading it.
By 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the S&P 500 have fallen negative 120 points, erasing $1 trillion in market cap. Well, somebody had to get that $1 trillion. Somebody pocketed that $1 trillion. That's a $3 trillion swing market cap in 56 minutes just in the S&P 500. Wow.
There you go.
But you know what? It seems like they need the money.
And that's all public information. That's a real chart. So it's no make-up bullshit.
Again, this is sedition and treason.
That was Monday morning. Just look it up yourself.
Yeah, but
so you don't believe me?
Hold on one second. But that's sedition. Hold on, that is sedition and treason. That is sedition and treason, high treason. But I'm just so disgusted with all of this.
Can you explain what that is? A sedition, treason. What is that?
You're going against the United States illegally. You are an enemy of the United States. You're going against the Constitution. You're going against the United States.
Is that insider trading?
As the president, yes, you're not supposed to be doing any insider trading. I mean, all his cronies is making money, and Donald Trump is making money too. Hand over fist.
Exactly.
But you're selling out. You're selling out the United States public. You're taxing us to death. They're taxing us. They're taxing us, and they're using the taxation to kill us. What the fuck? United States.
Exactly.
How people not waking up yet is so sad. We just go to work, and people just continue to go to work and act like nothing is wrong until it fucks with them.
Some people don't understand what's going on. That's what it is.
Yeah, but people understand that their money ain't shit. Their money ain't shit. They're losing money. The stock market ain't shit. And you know what?
What do you think we should do?
It doesn't matter if they got $1 trillion. Yeah, they're making trillions of dollars, but the dollar is going to zero. You know what they're doing? They're swing trading in the stock market, and they're getting all that money, and they're buying gold and silver. They're getting into gold and silver because Donald Trump lost a lot of money. He lost a lot of money from his real estate deals. Also, you're gonna have all this money. They're taking all this money so that when the system collapses, they're gonna be fine. Where are the patriots at? Where are the patriots? Where are the patriots at? Where are the people in the military that say, "Fuck this, we're not going for this"? It's sedition.
Oh, there are. You're not on social media much, but a lot of us are going. I mean, I'm not a military personnel or a veteran, but a lot of us are speaking out about this, and I'm spreading out the message every single day. So, like literally every day, like it's my freaking job. It's not even my job, but I take it as my job because I want to save America and I want to have kids in the future, and I don't want them to have to pay off this freaking debt and all this bullshit. Go into this bullshit.
Okay, so you asked what is.
I want to get myself in a position where I can homeschool my kids, and I don't want them to be indoctrinated to all this freaking bullshit.
Yeah, but a lot of people.
From this like.
Yeah, but a lot of people is about to die. A lot of people are going to end up dying as a result of this because they want to.
This is what they want to do. The reset. This is what I was telling you about. The reset thing.
They depopulating, but people still go to work acting like everything's okay. Like, it makes no sense. Like, America is so stupid. We're so stupid sometimes. I hate to say it, but like Americans, and the thing is that because and I don't mean this in a bad way or in a condescending way, but because we have sort of like a white upper middle class privileged class of people that it hasn't affected them yet. It hasn't really affected the upper middle class white Caucasian people. Because the stock market is still pretty good for them. But let me just tell you what treason is. Defined narrowly as levying war against the U.S. providing aid and comfort to its enemies. It requires two witnesses to an overt act or a confession in open court. Sedition involves conspiring to oppose by force the authority of the government, prevent the execution of laws, or take U.S. property. It is often a precursor to insurrection, aiming to undermine authority without necessarily engaging in open warfare. They are committing sedition and treason.
Hey, can you send me that one?
I will send you the definition of sedition and treason.
Oh, no, I looked it up many times. I mean, they have different definitions, but it's the same thing at the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
Well, which one is the one that you actually just got? Where did you get it from?
I'm going to send it to you. But right now,
Okay, look at that.
Right now, hun, when they do go into the next terror attack, that's when it's going to be time to bug out. That's when people are going to really wake up. When the next 9/11 hits, because I believe it's going to hit soon. I don't know when, but sometime now in the next 5 years, the next 9/11 is going to happen.
When we talk about 9/11, it's obviously it's a false flag. You know that, right?
Well, it's because they're going to war with Iran.
By our greatest allies.
Yeah, but
that's what they're planning on. And they're trying to push it right now, especially with what's her name? Laura Loomer, that freaking dumb bitch. Which is, everybody calls her Larry Loomer because she's a Mossad agent, and you know, she was originally a man, and they basically turned her to a woman. You know, I can't even explain it.
But basically, what I'm trying to say is that,
you know,
hold on one second, because
it's originally a man.
Okay,
basically.
I don't care about that, because what's about to happen in this country? What's about to happen is, you know, once they do the next 9/11, they're gonna try to usher in the digital currency.
AI.
They're gonna try to enforce. They're gonna say there's no constitution anymore. They're gonna usurp everything. They could just detain anybody, and that's why they got the ICE agents out there. Because when this goes down, the ICE agent gonna be out there collecting all the patriots that's going against it. Because there's not gonna be no money.
What are they doing it now?
It's not gonna be no money.
They already, wait, hold on. There's already no money. Did you see what I just posted earlier?
My question is, where the fuck is the judges at? Where the fucking judges at?
The judges are the Zionists.
Where the fuck is the?
They already took over the whole. Hold on, let me just. Hang on.
Because I'm so over this. I'm so over these people. Just
deep breaths, hon. I don't want you to overwhelm yourself with your heart and everything. Please. Let me just explain. I don't want you to go overwork. Just take deep breaths, because I know that your heart.
Let's not talk about that. Let's talk about what's really going on at hand, okay? Because
no, I know. So this is why I want to talk about it in a stressful way. Okay.
It's too late. It's already stressful. It's already stressful.
I know, but just not like.
You got people who can't pay their rent. You got people who can't pay their rent. You got people who can't afford food.
No. I know, hon. I know. I'm just trying to keep us sane, because we have to think about this very logically, and it just, it's hard. I know. We just gotta really. I don't even know. I'm lost for words, honestly. But in just like certain small words, it's just like, okay. So this is what we see going on. We're obviously in a fake war. It obviously hasn't. No war has been passed by Congress since World War II. We know that, right? Legally, even though Iraq war and everything else, and it's cost us trillions, we know that. So that's okay. And now over here. We have Marco Rubio. He's already admitted that we shook Iran first because we thought, because obviously with the misleading of the Israeli Mossad government and all of them in state in Yahoo, they said that they were going to go strike first, and what Joe Kent, he actually resigned for, which is what part of intelligence terrorism, anti-terrorism, whatever it was. Along with Tulsi Gabbard, we knew that that there was no immediate threat. So the way that the media spin it is that, oh well, he said there was no threat. Oh, of course they are a threat. Well, no. Well, yeah. We know that they're just like China is, just like Russia is, but they're not an immediate threat. He literally said that in his resignation letter. This is not immediate. Immediate means like right now. They're not an immediate threat. Immediate makes a whole, but then they try to change the definition at top of that and say that immediate threat means like, oh, well, they've always been a threat. No. Just like they're trying to change the name of like what anti-Semitism is. So they also the Mossad, they've been changing all this terminology with the ADL, the whole thing. Just changing the whole thing all these definitions, changing what this means, changing what Hitler means, changing what this means, changing what that means, all these other words, and just trying to program us a certain way, the way they want us to think. And then with the people that are waking up, oh, well, you're anti-Semite. Well, you know what? That doesn't even mean a word to us, because first of all, you guys are not even Semites at all. You're Eastern Europeans. And then they were just actually, if you really look at the history, you really understand the real truth. They all came from Eastern European, Poland, Russia, Ukraine. Well, Ukraine just got drawn up in the map in the 1990s, but that's a whole other story. The whole point is that they all came from Europe, and they were actually pushed to go there so they can create and emphasize on to create that Israeli state as well, besides the Rothschilds and the Bolshevik Declaration and everything else, was because they needed to have enough population there so they can create a state as well. So they bombed their own people. They killed a lot of the Zionists. They killed a lot of people in the King's I think it's called the King James Hotel. They did all of that, and they killed like the negotiators, and there was so much stuff that went on there. I mean, you really had to go deep into it. I know you did a lot of research on it. I'm sure you know about this too. Remember the King James Hotel? They bombed it, and like more than half of the building just fell down.
It's just okay. I have to go to bed, but
the whole thing.
I gotta go to bed. But these people like are just selling America. They're just selling us for money. It's all for fucking money.
But you know what? Somebody called. I have to say one thing about that. I'm so glad you said it. Somebody said earlier that I forget who it was, but they said that we are basically the host and they are the parasite. There you go.
Well, they don't need us anymore, so that's why they started to depopulate.
They're going into China and India.
Well, they don't need for whatever reason they don't need as many people in the G7, so that's why they probably depopulating, because they can replace everybody with AI and robotics or whatever, cybernetics or whatever. But something feels off. Something feels off in America. Something feels off in the world. There's a huge like something is just completely off with the whole entire world. Like it's a complete sickness. These people are sick, and they just want to take over the whole world. They stop at nothing. They'll stop at nothing until they have completed
nothing.
Until they have completed, everything. Until they have completely taken over the whole entire world, and they've depopulated, and then they own everything, and then they can start a whole new thing, a whole new earth. And but how they doing it is from the taxes. They're stealing all the tax money, and that's where they're wrong. That's where they're wrong.
It's going on our expense. Yeah.
Exactly, it's going on our expense. And well, I think the next 9/11.
So why do we have to pay for it? So when I heard earlier, the first few weeks of the war, it was like a few $1 billion from Israel, and it cost us like over just like the first week.
Yeah,
and then when it came down to us in the first week, it was 22 billion, and now the Pete Heston, the freaking stupid guy, he's the head of the Department of War at the Pentagon.
What's his name?
He has no experience. He was a Fox News Zionist as well, Christian Zionist. I don't even know.
What's his name?
How does that go hand in hand? And he's asking Congress for $200 billion for this war, and that's just
what is his name? What's his name?
Pete Heston.
I don't see him here
He's
until.
the head of the Department of War. Remember that?
What's his name?
P. Hexbeth.
Oh, okay. I did see him.
He used to be just like a head of the Fox News, and he's also been like like it's a whole thing with him. He has a whole history of being an alcoholic, not his history, like 3 wives, one of them being, he's been with his wife, and then he's having another, like, side girl, like, pregnant, this whole thing. He's not has been right in his mind. And then Trump puts him for the head of the Department of Pentagon. Are you fucking kidding me? And now he's supposed to be, like, he doesn't even make sense when he's fucking talking. Like, how the hell he's putting all these people? Now he has his right hand as Mark Levin, who's a freaking warmonger. Well, he has no interest in America first. He's a freaking Zionist, freaking Jewish guy. Same thing with Ben Shapiro, and also warmongering piece of shit. Larry, well, what's his name? I call him Lady G, but the guy in what's it called? Is it South Carolina or North Carolina? Oh, Graham. He's a senator.
They're all fucking warmongers. They're all selling us down the river. They're all selling out United States.
But they're all bought out by AIPAC and everything else. So they're committing treason. You know, and you were explaining to me what was treason, what this was going on, and how do we go and even freaking turn out this whole thing? Because if you're, first of all, committing treason, it's still a freaking law. How the hell are they gonna? We're calling it out, but how do we get these people accountable? That's punishable by death.
That's what I'm saying.
And the more they keep doing it, and the more they keep getting away with it, the more they're gonna keep doing it. So how the hell do we get them accountable? Because it's already there.
How the hell are they getting away with it?
Wait, hang on. If we go and run a red stop sign, that's a stupid ticket, right? It's still punishable by law by getting a ticket, right? But what about when you go and do something, and then we gotta go show up to court for that stupid ticket, which I get it. I'm calling it stupid because it's very minor compared to what they're doing. But yeah, you should still show up to court, do your thing, whatever, pay your fine. If that's the law. So why is it that there is like laws for no laws for thee, but laws for you? So it's just like, why are they not being held accountable for committing treason?
Well, they're about to be.
Well, when is that going to happen? Because how do we enforce this as like citizens? Because we've been very outspoken about this, and obviously the social media it's going viral. All of this stuff. How do we get these people accountable? Not just them, but also the FCC stuff. You know, how do we get these accountabilities?
Yeah.
Okay, now the FCC. Right. We're still missing 3 million.
That's a good question. That is a very good question.
And also 10,000 more files that hasn't, and mind you, it's been read by law for all the JFK stuff. You know, when I talked about John, what's his name? John, what's his name? He's a former CIA, John Canfield, something like that. It's a weird last name, but he has his own. I can send you the link to it, but I actually have it as part of my stories.
Hold on 1 second. Yeah, go for it.
But he talks about that. He was just talking to his friend like a year ago, and he's like, "Oh, I'm so glad that the JFK files finally came out." He said he spoke to a friend of his. He didn't disclose the name or anything like that, which is smart. You don't want to give out your source. He said that, well, no, there's 10,000 files that has not come out, and it will never come out because it strictly just goes towards. It all points out to Israel, and the reason was because
Jeffrey Epstein.
The reason was because what?
Are you talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
No, I'm talking about JFK, the JFK files.
Oh, I'm so tired of hearing about. I'm
3 billion files.
I'm over JFK. We already know the CIA killed him. It's like we got way more pressing things.
No, it was not. It was not just JFK. I'm sorry. It was not just CIA. It was also Mossad. It points all out to Israel because they didn't. Let me just finish explain to you.
Listen, I gotta go to bed. We're gonna have to talk another time, though. I have to go to bed because I'm exhausted.
Can I just say this couple sentences?
Hold on one second.